Yeah.
Welcome to the party. Y'all can't see me, this a party. Oh, this a party. This what happened when I start off the episode. Greetings. Greetings and
What's up,
salutations.
everybody? Yeah, what's up, y'all? Excuse Moselle.
Brother,
You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
on our bestest behavior on today, are we?
Mm-hmm.
It would have
I'm
been great
always
if you
baby.
were like, hey, so look, it would have been great if you had a word like black and pink instead of red and blue. Like it's giving antagonist. Hey
Jesus Christ.
y'all,
What's up, y'all?
you know, y'all know there's a thing that I do. Y'all tag somebody and let them know we in here.
Yeah,
There's
man.
this like
Let's tag somebody.
I feel like I feel like
Tag a brother.
there yeah he needs some help. He gonna need the back. Bring a man, cause they're
Yeah,
gonna need it
bring,
today.
bring a
Cause
brother.
I feel like Darius takes his time to build up this masculine resistance in ways he don't even realize. Like
What
the
you mean?
colors is like black and pink. He got on bright red with
It
blue
ain't bright
letters.
red. It's varsity red.
Is it red or is it pink? I mean, I think the point is
You
made.
know, red is the lame version. I mean, red is the proper version. Pink is the like dumbed down version of red. It's
I
mixed with
believe
white.
that pink should have been a primary color, and that
Yeah.
um while you busy working on all these behind the scene things, I want you to remember front end. So I'm gonna coach you on front end. You can coach me on back end.
All right. Next time I come with some black and pink, I
We're
find
gonna
something.
start having conversations about what we wear while we have the conversation. You have to, y'all know sometimes you have to dress the men in your life. I know I got witnesses out here. I know I do. You gotta tell me. Y'all can
Yeah.
tell me in the comments though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm, mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm.
My brother's here with me. I'm so excited that you're here, brother.
It don't feel like incitement.
What? It don't feel like gentle jugular love
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
in the world?
Oh snap! I gotta record.
What? There are things that properly trigger us, and
Oh
Darius
yeah.
says there is a teacher. I need y'all to pray today because
Yeah, you're right.
I'm a,
I'm just reminding myself because I had the thing in transfer mode and I had to exit out of it. So
this is Darius's nerd.
yeah. All right.
It could be his. It may not be his nerd. It could be his skill set. Hey y'all. Hey, look.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Studio
What's up,
audience.
Ariel? What's up, Crystal? I hope the lady that I thought was a fella come back so I can apologize.
Somebody tag her in so she can
Miss
receive this
Pittman.
apology.
Miss Pittman, I apologize online.
We should have a tag her. Now, last week, y'all, there's this strange thing happening where you go live on Facebook and it only broadcasts to your page on private. So we have to verify
Oh yeah, that's right. I had to
that this
verify.
is this is accessible because the
Yeah.
homies was mad because they was trying to like come for the
Yeah,
bros
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
comments
yeah.
and they
My
couldn't
bad.
comment
My
last
bad.
week.
I need to go verify. Yes. Thank you for reminding me.
You welcome because I care. I want y'all
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be
yeah. It's
represented.
visible. It's visible. It should be
Look,
shared
look,
and everything.
look like somebody else. Oh yeah, it's got a share button on it.
Yeah,
We in here.
exactly.
Hey Deb, you learned that Friday. See, I got a witness. There's a witness in the comment. I'm pretty sure she's talking about dressing the male counterparts, parts of the counter.
You know what I'm saying?
Me and my bro. So there are things, y'all. We have surprises for y'all. We ain't gonna tell you what they are yet, but we have surprises. Hey y'all, hey, come on in. Let your homie
Come
know we
on in.
here.
Come
It
on
is
in.
live on the
Yeah, it
Facebook
is
page.
live. It is live on the YouTubes. It is. Yeah, it won't let me go live on one place and saying I got to get StreamYard. Like, hey, you ain't proper yet, so
Proper.
it won't let me
Y'all
do
wanna?
two.
I'm gonna say this, and then we gonna start all the way for real.
Okay.
Y'all ever want to see? Hey Felicia. Y'all want to ever see Darius take 397 breaths? Send them to a government website. Okay.
Oh man.
I was
Hey,
so I was so like, okay, Kenitra, you're gonna have to be a good sister here because your brother needs support.
I hate government websites, bro. They are so not efficient. They're not whoever doing that. I want to know what side of HTML they use because you got to be using the 1996 version. It's like you can't be in HTML 910 or nothing like that. You can't possibly have any. The links look old. The whole website looked like a Windows 95 setup,
Mm.
and
Where's the lie?
it is very troublesome to navigate. It nothing is what it's supposed to be. It's just like a toddler got in there and just said, yeah, let's just make this incredibly difficult for people to navigate and get what they need to get. Because if you actually get through, I earned everything I got today.
You said you earned it.
I earned it. If I don't get exactly what I want, how I wanted it, how we wanted it, I'm upset.
Yes, sis said it in the comments. She said it's not designed for human
I'm
interaction.
telling you, I'm serious. Like that's it's just not. I don't get it. I was just like, yo, who created this? Like who is in your IT section? Who is doing the programming for this?
Hmm.
It can't be a human.
Hmm.
Got to be a dog.
Gotta be a dog.
Got to
On
be a
that,
dog. Got to be
on
something.
that note, on
On
that
that
note,
note,
we gonna start the episode.
yeah, we're gonna start the episode, man. Let me get my soundboard closer to me. So,
The young man made it into a dog. Lord have
mm-hmm.
mercy, Jesus. That is top tier work right there.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? It's your MAN Darius J. Never last, often first, and sometimes second.
What's good? It's your girl, Kenitra Moselle, out here giving this grace and this grit. Ow.
And this is the
Grace
and Grit
podcast.
podcast unpacked.
Uncut!
Yeah, I knew she wasn't gonna like keep speed. I knew she was gonna break
Don't nobody want to
eventually.
talk in slow motion.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We not doing that. Y'all
You ain't
gonna see
doing
today.
well. You see what I'm saying? You go.
Yo,
She trying to
yo,
get me to cut up. I'm trying to be scholarly today.
y'all, we gonna have fun. We gonna have fun tonight. We are gonna have fun. Shout out to all of the squad that's been following
Yeah.
and connecting with this conversation. We've been talking from collision to collaboration, and so we got a little bit of collision, and we got a little bit of collaboration inside of this working relationship here. And I'm committed to this. I'm not gonna let me run him off from being his partner, right? We together real bad. We go together real bad forever, for the rest of our lives. Yes, he married. That's my sister. But me and him, ask me to define that later. Period. That's another conversation. Can men, when you talk about it tonight, can men have close relationships with women that's not their wife? Huh? Hey, Missy girl. Is it possible? We ain't doing that
Yeah, it's
tonight.
possible. It's very possible. You just can't
Mm-hmm.
over sexualize life. You know what I'm saying?
You got to have some disciplinary action.
Yeah. Hmm.
Preventive. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I am the driver tonight, y'all. I don't know if y'all ready for this, but we gonna see. I want y'all to say this with me. To my listeners, you riding in your car, say wellness versus wrongness. I want you to repeat after me again. Say wellness versus wrongness. I love this
Mm.
topic. It's quite near dear to my heart. Yeah. I have had some things to happen and go on, and I wrote lots of notes in my journal about it, and I feel some kind of way, and y'all gonna feel how I feel on tonight. It's gonna be very honest. It's going to be very honest, but I believe that there's some things that need to be addressed, And there's room for improvement on all sides. But what we're not doing is skipping over what people like to do out here that's flat out wrong and don't nobody to say nothing to them. We're not playing that game. What we will do is take ownership of it. And if it's shot out, we're gonna call it shot out, and you'll be aware of your shot outness. Huh?
Mm,
Huh?
mhm,
We're not
mm,
playing this avoidance and denial type situation. And believe it or not, I've had that encounter before where there is a presentation that is had that says that I'm interested and I want to be better and I would I'm doing the work. That's right. There's this thing that happens where people, they show up with their mask on. What they call it, the representative. The representative. I've
mm,
encountered some representatives before, and I feel a way about it because sometimes we trust the representative until we learned that it was the representative, if I can say that. I have felt ways. Hopefully I don't sound like I still feel a way. We gonna see how this goes. Darius, your representativeness, um, whether or not you've been to have it, is your representative still present, right?
mm.
Ooh,
Nah, nah, my representative ain't present. I'm who I currently am at this point. I am,
thank you.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I try my best to show up as authentic as I possibly can in every situation I possibly can. Uh, through conversations, you know what I'm saying? Like, I train a lot of people, so you know what I'm saying. I have to come as myself, you know what I'm saying, in order to get my authentic self. And sometimes that sparks conversation for not only growth for myself but growth for them as well. Um, and I don't mistake my wellness as a PowerPoint for a person. They can experience me and grow from what I know, but I don't try to force it and say I don't use my wellness as a force to drive them into wrongness. I don't seek to be right with people a lot of times. I know what I stand for and I allow people to stand for what they stand for. I kind of like I always say I kind of walk around like Jesus did. It's just like, hey man, I accept the world for what it is and I am who I am. And y'all are who y'all are. You either rocking with me or you ain't, or you rocking against me. But the choice is yours every time.
The issue is when you 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 present to me, you act like and you tell me you rocking with me, but you really are the resistance though. Like and acting like you not the resistance. Like that is aggravating. That is aggravating to me because we spend time and energy and investing in shared spaces, shared dialogue, shared interest for it to be presented like we on the same page, and then it turns into something else. And in my mind it's like it would be easier just to I'm gonna say this, and I hear correction in my head, but I'm gonna say it how I feel
Mhm.
it. It would be easier for you just not to be over here. if you if you not in, just stay out.
But some people gonna be around you regardless if they in or out. You gonna always have those people that like to teeter the fence to wait till something to happen, either positive or negative, so they can reap from it. They either gonna heap coals on your head or reap the benefits of being around you and sticking around in situations. Like if you become uber successful with some people around you that was on the fence, they gonna rock with you. But when things get bad, they'll show you their true colors. Sometimes you have to just allow God to move them away. You don't have to force everybody away, but you have to also put them in their place. You know what I'm saying? If you put that boundary up, allow them to stay just like you have farm animals. They are free to roam around inside a certain boundary. You know what I'm saying? That
Ooh,
boundary not only keeps them safe, but keeps us safe and also keep things out from interacting with them and taking from, because sometimes things are necessary. Some people are uh, there for a time. But we have to allow You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we can't be so forceful to just be like, oh, I'm gonna just take this in my hand and I'm gonna remove these people. I'm gonna remove this person. I know we struggle with, and as humans, with being the bigger person or making the better decision to not sink to our negative self, because sinking to your negative self is so easy. Having fits or rage is easy. It's
Come
easy.
on here.
But
Come on.
a lot of times just opting out and just extending love and allowing people to drink from your cup, so to say, you know what I'm saying? And or to allow them to take from the overflow is a very
Mm,
different kind of maturity.
yeah. Yeah. That's it's the animals in the fence for me. It's the animal. I know that was bad, right? But you be saying stuff that be extra good. I'd be like, hold on, wait. Yeah, that's solid. And one of the things that is true is if we stick with this concept of the animals, right? And the
Hmm.
animals being inside of their space, where you have I hate to keep using animal references because that can be a slippery slope. That could be a very slippery slope. But when we talk about the boundaries and giving somebody or giving something boundaries to function in, that's important. But how do you manage when they are not abiding by the boundaries that they have put in place? Because I am, erecting boundaries on purpose.
Yeah,
That's a different conversation. The
that's
boundaries
what.
are doing something, right?
Mm.
But how long will I let you play around with disrespecting my boundaries? Because this is here for
Well, and
this
that's
year.
what. That's another thing. Like, and that's where I say is, I'm a person of conversation. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have the conversation whether it's hard, easy, whatever it is. You have to just be like, sometimes you have to, when that is just, they are habitual line steppers. You
Ooh,
have to
somebody write that down.
go ahead and show force. But it ain't
Perpetually
gotta be,
perpetuating.
it ain't gotta be a physical force, but you have to let them know, like, hey, I don't tolerate this. I ain't the one and I ain't the two either. So don't play with
Mm.
me. You know what I'm saying? Because like all times, you know what I'm saying, God do give us the wisdom and the words to say in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? So if we see things and we allow things to happen, eventually we will have to step in and say something like, hey, especially if they ain't playing for your safety, especially if your organization is in trouble from their folly. You know what I'm
Woo!
saying? So,
Protect the enterprise.
you know what I'm saying? So you have to, yeah, invoke force. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it's gonna be nice and kind all the time, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do too. But there's a way to handle it. You know what I'm saying? When you're a person of enterprise, you got human resources and all kind of stuff like that in play. You know what I'm saying? So
HR.
you know what I'm saying, using proper channels, you know what I'm saying? But also, if that's just a you're coming off the ground and y'all are still like cohorts, but you just like, hey, you going in opposite direction of the mission. You have to just let that person go in that opposite direction. You have to cut their
Yeah.
name out of the contract. So whatever it is that
Ooh,
is tying
ooh,
them there, you know what I'm saying? Got to cut them loose because why would you keep something around that ain't producing?
ooh, ooh, ooh. Should they have even been in the contract on the first place? That's accountability right there, right? Like, did I do enough research on you to even sign these papers with you?
Right.
That sound like that's me work. That sound like maybe I was moving too fast. Maybe I
Hmm.
assumed. Maybe I did not do enough research to make a healthy decision, or maybe I didn't know myself well enough to choose well for where I am where I am going, which that really makes us sit with the wellness versus the wrongness. Like, we need to be pursuing wellness on a regular basis. It's the everyday, that's the everyday type of thing. And we can kind of spiral into what everybody else does wrong while we are not addressing the parts of us that are wrong while we wear the facade of being well. And your actions say you're not well because you keep entertaining wrong.
Right. So in that instance, how would you feel that you would be the best practice for somebody to handle that? You know what I'm saying, in a situation of like friendships and stuff like that, especially if you get into something that is, you know, y'all are cool with each other and y'all do the good old handshake thing, you know what I'm saying, and y'all take off in a direction to try to build, but that person is building backwards.
Mm. I'm a tribe type of person. I'm big on community. Like it's not just around the wellness work. I'm big on community for me as a person.
Yeah.
So leaning into me, I won't say learning, but leaning into the safety of wise counsel is real big for me. There have been some things that I would have been in that I would be recovering from right now had I not leaned strong into that. What up, Mash? Yeah,
What up? What up?
it's some stuff that I know. I'm gonna say the Lord kept me. He kept me safe from, protecting me from, because I did not hesitate to go hit up Darius J. Like, bruh, let me tell you. And so that's on the male side, especially if you're dealing with a dude. Especially if you're dealing with a dude, go talk to your brothers. Don't go talk to sis about bro alone. You need to talk to some of your brothers about whoever this person is, and then you talk to your girlfriends to support you and help you be honest with you about you. That thing worked for me quite well,
Right.
quite well. I'll add one more thing to that. In order for us to do that, you have to choose to be honest about who you are and be honest about who your friends are. Because you go into your friend circle don't mean your friend circle is equipped to help you. You gotta assess your circle as well.
Yeah.
Come on, Kayla. Assess your
Yeah.
circle when they wanna
Yeah, you got to know, because you have, it's important for you to know, you know what I'm saying, who your friends are. You know what I'm saying? You have your strong friends, you have your friends that are your good time friends, and you have people that's just gonna be a part of your life forever. And you know, some friends you can tell certain things, and some friends you can't. And you know, just like you said, knowing which ones to go to for the right information on things. Just like I wouldn't dare, you know what I'm saying? Cause just like when you explain, you remember when we was talking about, it's like, I don't understand why my wife is just like, she say she miss me. You know what I'm saying? And I just like, what? I mean,
She
I
didn't
just
get it, y'all.
I just saw you. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm
You
on
know
it.
what I'm saying? But once I understood what, you know, once you broke down what it was, I was like, okay, that makes sense. I can get it now. I can understand why I need to express, you know what I'm saying, affection in that instance. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like, that don't make sense to me. My man mind does not get it. I don't wrap my head around it. I just saw you, so that's what we're gonna roll with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
Coaching required.
you know what I'm saying? Because just like I tell people, I don't claim to know everything. You know what I'm saying? I just know what I know. You know what I'm saying? Everything else, I will tell you when I am in deficit of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So
That is true. That ownership is important. One other
yeah,
thing
that's
that
right. Felicia, true friend and that party friend.
oh
You know what I'm
yeah, them two
saying?
different people.
They're two different people.
They're very
You know,
different. They're very
they're
they're
different,
very
very
different.
different. And you also have to have friends that stand on principle with what in the direction and the things that you hold true in your life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just like I don't have friends that don't respect what I have going on in my life. I don't have friends that don't respect my wife. I don't have friends that don't respect my dreams. Because if you don't believe in me enough, you know what I'm saying, and believe in what we have going on enough to help me see my dreams, even if you ain't playing a vital part in it, but if you ain't got no encouraging words from me, you got some slight to say. Cause you know how somebody's like, man, how your little podcast and stuff going? You be like, little is a very, you know, very direct, slight passive aggressiveness. And I take it very seriously most times. 'Cause most times I just, you know, I put my hands together like this, and, you know, but you know what I'm saying? And you have to handle things accordingly, but you also have to pay attention because you know what I'm saying. People that hate you, they gonna act like they love you. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But that love is always passive aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Anytime a person around you showing you fake love, it's love with a slap. It's like a hug and a slap at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even a very hard slap. It's
Mm.
just a light slight tap. And you take enough of them, you find out you have a bruise on your chin.
Ooh, ooh. I have
But
seen.
then that friend would say, if y'all fall out, you the reason we fell out.
Oh no,
You
we
know
don't
what I'm
have
saying?
time for that.
And that's where I like a lot of times when people end up, diving into that wrongness with that person that's unwell. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when you get gaslit to that extent and they're like, I'm voicing something that I've been seeing happening with us, with how your character is towards me. And then you was like, well, you think you this and that. How am I reporting a problem, making you think I'm this and that or I'm better than the situation or whatnot? You have to take accountability for what I'm bringing to you if you are my friend for real. But if you're not, you got to understand. After that conversation, you got to place them in another compartment.
Oh yeah. Oh
Sometimes you got to
yeah.
close the door on it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If you even stay on the bus, you definitely at the back. If you stay on it, if Missy's still on here when we did the book and brunch from our book, growing, it's over there, I can't reach it. But when we did the book and brunch, one of the things that she said in her segment was about having people in the right place on your bus. And sometimes we wait too long to move people from the seats that are closer to where the driver is. Like if
Yeah,
they're not equipped, if they're not well enough to stay up that close to where you are progressing, then be okay with the truth. The truth is
yeah,
they're not rocking with you like that, and it's okay.
yeah.
And you
That's a
can't
fact.
match energy. Like that's the thing. We talking about wellness versus wrongness, and when they start giving you wrongness, don't cross over. Like
Mm-mm.
don't cross over, because what are you doing? You just gonna end up perpetuating the same cycle. Somebody got to fight to
Hmm.
be well in the scenario.
And they gonna make you feel like you got to apologize for crossing over when they made you cross over.
Don't circle back saying, "Look here, I'm looking for, the dynamic that we used to have, or, I just want to make sure we not, beefing, or I want us to be, good." But it's like, no, there were some things that fractured here. And what I see is that is high risk for me to entertain that thing again. And so because I want to stay on task, and because I don't want to have to rehearse the things about you that could negatively impact me, it's better for both of us to have
Hmm.
space between us. And so me choosing well is to allow you to be whatever it is that you are, and I can maybe advocate for you from over here. I will Let's pray. I will intercede for you. Let's do that. I'll be in intercession. That's the politest. That's I feel like that's a better way to say it.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. Pray for your friends and your enemies. You know what I'm saying?
Frenemies.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's the thing that guides us. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's why, Jesus teaches us to lead in love, do all things in love. You know what I'm saying? Even
Ooh,
correction has to be in love. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have the proper amount of love for yourself, you will always recognize what's incorrect in your circle.
that's good. That's good. One of the things that we talked about leading up to this conversation was that your friends, your real ones, who said what? Um,
I'm saying that's an extremely polite way of saying it.
oh, uh, your friends actually will soften blows for you. People
Yeah,
who
that's a
really
fact.
rock with you, they will pad you in the places where you need padding. Whereas this other person, to differentiate, you will see them actually pushing you with force towards an edge.
Yeah.
Whether your friends are running ahead of you so that if you trip up and fall, they can catch you and support you to make sure that they're continuing to create an environment where your fight for wellness will have the support. The other
Yeah.
person gonna
Yeah.
push you towards wrong.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Busters.
Because a lot of times you don't, you have to allow your circle to also help guide you as well. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why they're around you. It's just like you was
Yeah.
talking about, your cloud of witnesses, you know what I'm saying, and your wise counsel is necessary for life. Because if I can't tell you the hard thing, can I really say I'm your wise counsel? Because if I sit there and I watch you do something that is super dumb, you know what I'm saying? Or watch you let you take, watch any of my friends know I'm not gonna allow you to be dumb in public. You know what I'm saying? I pull you to the side and say what I need to say to you and be like, all right. Or if it's something you do, I rock with you to a point, but I'm like, hey, when we get in the car, we gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? It's like I rock with you, but when we get in the car, we're gonna have that real conversation.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? Because I
Yeah.
do it with my brothers all the time. It's just like I never embarrass you in public, but you know what I'm saying? When we get in the car, we gonna talk.
Yeah, that's love. That's real love, and it is protecting them where they actually are. Because
Yeah,
if they are not well enough to if they're not well enough to handle themselves a certain way in a certain situation, you added to it in a public space ain't helping. Like, do we really know how to support our friends? Like,
yeah,
this person needs this from me, that person needs that from me. Like,
yeah.
all your friends not the same, so you're not finna
Nah.
give everybody the same energy. Like, you can't. You can give them the
Mm.
same heart, but you
Yeah,
can't give them the same thing.
no. No, you can't give them the same thing. And
No.
you can't expect the thing that you give to them from them.
Say it again.
You cannot expect the thing that you give them from them. You know what I'm
Period.
saying? Because the thing it is just like sometimes we get ourselves in trouble with expecting our friends to give to the extent that we give. Well, sometimes we just blessed to be able to give them that, and they give them what they give us, whatever they. Because just like some of my brothers and sisters, I could be real deep with. Some of my brothers and sisters, I can just say certain things to a good extent, but I know they are not emotionally equipped to handle everything that I say, or they'll give me a response. They'll be like, "That, yeah, I shouldn't have asked. I shouldn't have said that. I knew you was gonna say that." You know what I'm saying? Because when you know what you know about your people, don't overextend them.
Mm, that's good. Wait a minute. Now we need to sit with that. Your care and support for your friends is you being careful not to overextend them past what they have capacity for. That's
Right.
word, boss.
Yeah. Because a lot of times we're guilty of that. A lot of times we're guilty of expecting what we do, our friends have to return one and the same. It's just like, nah, I know what I'm gifted at, and I know what they gifted at. So I allow myself I give to my extent, but I don't. Now expect reciprocity to an extent, but I expect
Yeah.
reciprocity in this metered. It's metered to what I know they give me. You know what I'm saying? I know what my friends supply me with. I know who I can call at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and if they don't pick the phone up right then, they gonna pick it up and call me soon within the 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like when I cut my hair off, my son a picture of my brother. He called me right then. Was like, "All right, you straight?" You know what I'm saying? Like that was your hair. You know what I'm saying? I know how you feel about your hair. You good? You know what I'm saying? And a few other people. It's just like I know if I do something that is out of character, they'll be ready. You know what I'm saying? They'll be ready to mount up and help me handle whatever I'm gonna handle. And it's just like Doc said, and be offended when, you know what I'm saying, people can't return the favor to the same level. You know what I'm saying? I tell people that that's something I had to learn, man. Like my mom, she helped me with that. My mom was just like, everybody ain't you, right? And I was just like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. I'm expecting me out of them.
Mm,
That is very incorrect to me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah. So wait a minute. Okay, so let's sit with this though. Because your mama had to put you on the game, like you don't even have healthy expectations of them. to even get
Mm-hmm.
that back. So the work for us to understand like what we need and how we process, so we can actually give our friends who want to support us, some of our squad really want to show up for us and are willing to do the work to learn how to show up for us. So we have to learn how we process. I don't know, you might have to say, how do I process, Darius? How do I process?
How do you process?
Yeah, how do I process?
You process well. You got a system. You know what I'm saying? You have a system. You will talk. You will journal, and you will talk some more after you don't got with God, and He don't pointed you in the right direction in all caps sometimes in your journal prompts.
It's the all caps with underlines.
It
When God
underlines.
said underlines.
God said,
Yeah, that's real. Like you process. So what I think, and you might have to correct me, or Siobhan can jump in and save me. Like you'll pause, like you talk things out, but then you like might pause and be like, hold on, wait. And you just need a break from whatever the regularly scheduled thing is, and then you come back in, you reset yourself, you finish what you're doing, and then you'll take the time, to yourself. Or if you want to bring that into that space, like you'll invite somebody into it, but you kind of like you said, you will assess how much capacity
yeah,
that person has for the conversation, and then you might say something. Like you'll try it. Like there have been times where you was like, you're not listening to me. Like
yeah,
you didn't hear what I said. I feel like,
yeah, yeah,
but
I
I am
said,
listening to you. But I'm better now. But yeah,
yeah,
knowing how you process so that you can give people an opportunity um to show up is good. And that changes.
yeah.
It
Because
really
even just
changes.
like I say this with my wife a lot of times, she know that sometimes she'll say something to me, and she know I heard it, but she know it's gonna take me a while to gather. And that's because even like she shared with me that this today, she said, I know I can say something to you, but then I go pray about it, and then you will come back to me with the corrections. You know what I'm saying? And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, you said such. I was thinking, who do, and change. You know what I'm saying? That's how I change most of the time. I hear what people saying in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I have to just, and sometimes I say I need to think about it, but other times I just kind of sit and stare and it's like process and process and process. I'm still processing. I'm gonna be processing for a while. We're gonna come back to this conversation one day.
One
Don't
day.
know what day, but it's not gonna be long. But you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, allow, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes just like it is okay to just pray. You know what I'm saying? Say what
Yeah.
need to be said to whoever the friend is or whoever it is and pray about it. You know what I'm saying? Pray for not only their minds to be renewed, but also your own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's knowing how you process. And I think it's important for us to emphasize that we shouldn't leave God out of our processing,
Yeah.
because there is no greater support than the Lord in the Trinity form. Like the Holy Spirit, that dude, like will snatch you up in all of the best ways, will correct you in all of the best ways, um will bring things back to your remembrance that even some of, something your friend may have said that you did not properly regard.
Yeah.
So that aspect is really important. Like you said, I'm a journal person. Like I'm gonna sit at 5 o'clock in the morning with a journal and some quiet music, if any at all. And I'm gonna ask a specific question. I'm gonna ask God a very specific question, and He gives me a specific answer. I would invite y'all to start practice doing that. And
Yeah.
it takes some practice because you have to trust that you're hearing God, respond to you. And
Yeah.
you got to be all in. Like you can't be hit and miss, right, and then lining through it. Nah, fam, that thing got to just
It
like
gotta
flow
flow.
out.
It gotta flow.
Yeah, but
It gotta flow.
if anything is gonna keep you in the parameters of being well, it is leaning fully into God to help you navigate that. There's nobody There is nobody in the earth that don't have some wrongness in them.
Yeah, yeah. Because even the most well person got some wrongness in them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we would think essentially because we don't took the journey that everybody sometimes you could have that arrogant wellness. You know what I'm saying? Where you walk around with the chip on your shoulder as if I have evolved past the limits of humanity and
I've done the work.
I'm well beyond the wellness. You know what I'm saying? And all you other people are wronged heathens and don't have any wellness to you. Probably ain't never sat on a couch, journaled or anything. You are beneath me, and whatever you say, you're wrong. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
And a lot of
Well,
times we have to be careful with this stuff like that.
yeah, yeah. It's interesting because when you start to do that work, your awareness of the absence of the work increases. So how you carry yourself and navigate certain things, it will begin to look different. Your stewardship of your growth and your wellness work becomes different
Yeah.
because once you discover something, you actually have power if you're in the presence of somebody who's not aware of it, right? And so you can end up weaponizing your wellness against somebody who has not arrived, to the meter and wellness like you talked about earlier. So
Yeah.
we got to be careful with that because when you turn your wellness into wrongness, then you become the problem that you were working to get away from or get
Or
out
you
of.
turn your wellness into a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people weaponize their wellness and they just like, oh, I know how to sidestep everything that you're saying in order to get you to understand that I'm right and you're wrong. Because it's a lot of times you end up negating people's feeling in the process and you don't truly hear where their heart is coming from because you
Mm-hmm.
are intellectualizing everything that is going on. You know what I'm saying? So you have to kind of take a back seat and be willing to actively listen. You know what I'm saying? And be present in the moment, let people get out what they're getting out. Because you always able to learn something. You know what I'm saying? I don't care where you are on your journey of wellness, you're always willing to learn something. You have to always be willing to learn because if you think you have arrived, you will soon find out you have not. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
As long as you on this earth, you still learning and evolving. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Different people, different days. It's just a continuous growth, man. Like it's impossible to have it all figured out. This life is to be continually figured out in each moment, each season, and each time.
Yeah. I wrote in the comments, hear the heart. And initially I was hear their heart,
Yeah.
but are you listening to your heart as
Right.
well? Because your heart is speaking, and how you engage with people also is a reflection of how well your heart is. The scripture says, guard your heart with all diligence because it's a wellspring of life, right? So understanding what's going on with your heart is just as important as making the room to hear somebody else's heart and being
Right.
able to engage from that perspective. It is not always jump right into what they said, but being aware of what they didn't say and reason
Right.
why they did not say it, and asking God to help you maneuver through that in a way that remains well for you, right?
Right.
Because sometimes we run into rescue and it becomes unhealthy for us, and so
Yeah.
you potentially compromise you staying well in service to somebody else, but that's not the sacrifice that you was instructed to have. So you don't sacrifice your Jesus did that. He
Yeah.
did it. He did that. But you're supposed to love your neighbor as yourself. So when you learn to care for yourself well, then you can extend that grace to, the other people. So
Yeah. Because a lot of times people still don't understand that they don't really care for themselves well. You know what I'm saying? And their capacity, because a lot of times when people go through their wellness journey, they don't understand. Sometimes you have hardened your heart instead of opened your heart. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Uh,
protecting my peace.
Right.
Hmm.
And that's when I'll be like, okay, to what extent? Because if you're no longer open to life and possibilities, you kind of just shut your piece up in a cage.
Ooh,
And and if you have to stand on peace, just like I tell people, if you have to stand on something and say something continuously, that mean is not what you think it is. You're not at peace. You're more at war than you are at peace.
bro,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? It's just like you had a breakdown in the communication of what whoever was trying to teach you in that wellness journey. You know what I'm saying? If somebody teach you to push everybody away and push everything away, how can you know what I'm saying, say you are open to life again, open to the possibility of growth? Because just like I had plenty of bad experiences with people, but it didn't ever cut me off and say, well, I'm gonna ruin other people's lives. I'm gonna push somebody away to the extent where I can't even have a relationship with them inside of a room that we may never have a conversation, but because they're in the room, I got to escape the room. I understand there's some circumstances that will cause things like that to be real, but in most everyday occurrences, if somebody just slighted you just a little bit, that's not you running out of room or you being belligerent with them. Ain't you protecting your peace? It's just you lashing out.
Yeah, yeah, that's real, and you gotta sober yourself up real good to recognize that. Like, ah, that's not always obvious because we're so big and we're so vocal. You know, we give real big energy. Sometimes the most wounded people are the loudest people because they just want to protect themselves. So instead of me shrinking back, I'm gonna put myself all the way out here as a type of defense mechanism. So we gotta do the wellness work from that perspective and be honest when you see your wrongness showing up,
Mm,
because we can present like we are well. Just that's where we started at. You present a certain way, but in all
right.
actuality, your woundedness is leading the charge on how you show up. And you don't, yeah, that's not the representation that you want to present. But if it's true in the time that you are in, let's be honest about what needs to change inside of us. Like, we got some work to do, especially for my sisters. I'm finna talk about us real for a second, y'all. Like, especially for my sisters who are anticipating being in relationships. When you have done the wellness work, we have to be careful about um, our expectations, and when expectations are given to us, because we can be very vocal about what it is we want and what our expectations are. But when somebody gives you that back to make adjustments and how you can make improvements, I need us to be ready for that. Because
Yeah.
if you want well men in your life and well relationships, you better be ready to be challenged, because ain't nobody out here without an ounce of wrongness in them somewhere.
Yeah, you can't walk on the air of perfection. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you will find out that your glass got a lot of cracks in it. You know what I'm saying? And allow you have to allow people to show you yourself as well, because a lot of times we go into situations thinking we are the well one, and the person we're encountering is the one we're supposed to save or fix. But then a lot of times you end up finding out you the one that need to be fixed. You got to be adjusted. You know what I'm saying? Because you probably walking around with the previous relationships thoughts and
Mm.
progressions. You know what I'm saying? And you treating that person like the past person or like the last person or the person before that and stuff like that. Even in like the way you choose your friends, same way. A
Mm.
lot of times we end up flocking to the same kind of people because guess what? That part of you has not been healed.
Come on, soul.
You keep encountering the same kind of people because your soul is tied to that situation, that chaos, that familiarity. You know what I'm saying? So you you have to definitely be able to do that deep dive and be honest with yourself. And that's why I always tell men sometimes it's all right to just sit still, bro. Like you ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to be active. You ain't got to be seeking no nothing. find yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Find yourself first, because if you don't find yourself first, the person that can actually help you with that oneness, you will miss them every time. Because
Mm.
you could lose jobs like that. People don't even understand that stuff is
Oh
just
my
deeper than
God.
relationships. You could lose jobs, contracts, all kinds of stuff by not
Period.
knowing
Mm.
how well and how wrong you do
You
things in any different situation.
That's so good. That's that personally, relationally, professionally. We talk about that so big because you are only as well as you can be in any place according to the woundedness of your soul.
Yeah,
And if you got bullet holes all up in and through that situation, everywhere you go, the bullet holes go too.
yeah. And just a little thing to watch out for everybody, men and women. If you walk up to a person and they tell you they're emotionally intelligent, most of the time they're not. They just armed with a set of skills to be able to lightly diffuse things to make them seem here when they most of the time there.
We're not gonna talk about that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I noticed, because a lot of people was like, "Oh, I'm self aware," and I'm just like, "Well, your attitude in that situation did not show that you're self aware." You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So just be mindful, man. Watch your mouth sometime.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Get your wrongness together so you can be well. Okay?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
Just like she said, show me, don't tell me. Cause that's why I tell people the proof is in the pudding. You have to allow things to progress, friendships, professionally and stuff like that. You have to just keep watching. Never take your eyes off things. Never it's I hate to seem like people have to always be on, and I'm not being always be on as to guard, but always on as to always willing to reassess situations. Don't just let things go by and it's like, oh, that was a one off. Oh, that was a one off. Well, how many one offs you gonna allow to happen before you perk
Oh
up
my
and
word.
raise your eyebrow and be like, it's like your 100, it's like your 150 times, like, or that's your 10th time, or that's your fifth time. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
I'm a three
not that
strikes you out type person. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm not that one. I'm not that one. You got maybe two times.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe two times. This version of me, maybe you got. Now, old her, I used to let some stuff pass because my work, I'm gonna give y'all Kanitra, okay? My work was to assess what I need to do differently. I would internalize anything around me that was like off kilter. I was gonna find a way to rectify it within myself. Nah, friend, some of that ain't you.
Mm,
It could be majority of that's not you. So I'm gonna just say that y'all quit assuming responsibility for stuff that people need to take ownership of their own self. We gonna stop doing that. Yeah,
right,
no, because you steal the opportunity from that person to be better. Be
right.
be a little bit of a refiner's fire. Help the Lord as He gives you direction. Now, don't help Him in areas He didn't tell you to help in. Don't go out here trying to save somebody. Time of some, I'm just trying to
Yeah,
partner with God because that's
yeah,
not true. But if somebody in your space and they require refinement and you have an opportunity to offer correction and love in that moment, don't skip on it because that's a disservice to that person. Okay, let them
yeah.
use you,
Well, and
and that's it.
sometimes when y'all have people around you, and if you one of them people that like to throw your cape on, men and
Oh,
women, if you like to throw your cape on, swoop down and save people that probably didn't even ask you to save them, but you like them so much you want to save them. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, I can save this person. I can fix them. You can't. Nobody can't fix people but God, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like they ain't
is that
willing to do
syndrome?
if they ain't willing to do the work on their own, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna do it because you said pretty please, bad at your eyebrows, or came in with some money and a good stern sense of manhood. It ain't gonna change them. It's people have to change on their own. You know what I'm saying? People have to be willing. That's a that's a them buy in. That's not a you buy in.
Ooh, that's
Because
good.
when you buy into them and they're not willing to change, you are making empty deposits. You're making deposits that's gonna yield nothing,
No return. Oh
no
my God.
return. You know what I'm
My
saying? So
therapist get on me by ROI. I was like, I need return on investment, film.
yeah, but just like I tell people, a lot of people don't do that. They don't know how to. They don't have the capacity, and that's why I say don't be out here trying to save folks. You know what I'm saying? Allow them to save themselves. It's okay to be there for people, but don't force their growth because in turn, as humanity has always shown you, when you force a person to do something, they end up hating you for
That just made me think about the Incredibles. Oh my gosh, I think the first Incredibles, Miss Incredible was helping people. You broke my neck. I ain't
it.
got a sprain so and so, but you're alive. But did you die though? But anyway, but
Yeah.
anyway, that's that's the thing. That's the thing today, y'all. So takeaways, bro.
Takeaway.
Takeaways.
All right. Takeaway one. Do not come out of Clark Kent mode. You know what I'm saying? When encountering people that you see need saving, but they ain't getting out to save themselves. I will use a car analogy. If they got a flat tire and they sitting in their car and they ain't getting out to try to fix the flat, don't assume you supposed to fix the flat. You know what I'm saying? It's not even your car. Um, two, um, allow yourself to experience people as they are and not as you want them to be.
That's good.
Um, because a lot of times we will uh, cast on people. You know what I'm saying? An identity that's not even theirs. Um, three,
Jeez.
keep walking in love, man. Love is the healer of all things, but keep walking in love. Find love for yourself so you could be able to love others at the capacity that God wills you to, not at the capacity that you want to will you to.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's
Y'all,
my takeaway.
y'all clap for Darius. What you ain't your little your button? Did you hit No, that's not.
Oh, you
It's
want
the
the other one?
non-compliant for me.
It is what it is. I'm not
Not,
even looking at the board right now. Oh, the
not even.
applause.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, bro. Bro got to clap. Thank you. Somebody understood the assignment because
Yeah, my
clearly
bad. You feel me?
this one over here with the blowhorn. So my takeaways. I'm gonna run it back to the don't weaponize your wellness. Like
Mm-hmm.
legitimately, you've done the work. Don't weaponize your wellness against somebody who has not arrived to that place. Instead, use your understanding to create padding for them to fall forward instead of backwards. That one.
Mm.
Secondly, I would say the own your work because we can get caught up in what other people need to do that we get behind on our own work. You don't recognize when you slipped up. You don't recognize when something is in the process of challenging you or wounding you, and you might miss an opportunity to make progress. So own your own work.
Yeah.
Don't go look in that mirror, look at your face, and then walk away and forget. Come on, James.
Yes.
Yeah. And then thirdly, this is ladies, sisters, make room to receive what it is that you have been giving. Now you got to be aware of what you've been giving, but whatever it is, you need to make room to receive whatever that is back. So, harvest check, huh, huh, huh.
What?
Okay. All of
Ew.
these.
You know what I'm saying?
Clap for you.
That,
Them
that's
songs.
those your are those your final thoughts as well?
Yeah, those that was my 1, 2, 3. Don't weaponize
Takeaways and
the
final words.
wellness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
own your work and make room to receive what you've been given.
Yeah, I made mine up on the fly and write it down.
Look at that. I actually, y'all know he coached me. I was like, oh, I gotta have my takeaways. Write out my takeaways. I did good. I did good. Did I? How did I do? Yeah, I was in charge. He made me be the leader tonight. I didn't want to do that, but
Yeah, man, you got you put me in an uncomfortable situation today too. I'm gonna put you in an uncomfortable
yeah.
situation.
But we see
Yeah,
y'all in the comments. We thank y'all
yeah, we see y'all,
for
man. We see y'all.
for
We see
being
y'all.
on the journey with us, right? We moving from collision to collaboration, right? We ain't collide too bad today, but it was some colliding earlier this week
Hey, man,
though.
he said you got to change your verbiage.
What verbiage? Because I was talking to these women folk. Sometimes I had to get my sisters together. Because what I'm not gonna
Mm.
do is let these men out here be talking wild to the ladies. I'm gonna correct
And I
them.
ain't gonna let these ladies be talking wild to the men. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, get your life
Wait a
together.
minute. Listen,
Everybody get their life together. You know what
no,
I'm
you
saying?
didn't say that right. I said I don't want the ladies to be out here talking wild to the men. You supposed to say I don't want these men. You tried to be slick there.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
you
I
was
caught
slick
you.
too. That's what you just said.
No, I said I'm talking to the sisters because I want to make sure the sisters is out here right. So I'm gonna correct my sisters, and you was like, yeah, and I'm gonna keep these sisters from out here talking crazy to this. No, sir, you did
You
not say
didn't say,
what you
you
were
didn't hear
supposed to
yourself.
say.
You didn't hear yourself. You know what I'm saying? Play the recording back when you
Replay.
get it
We'll
recorded.
check
You
the
know what I'm saying?
replay and see what was
You know what
said.
I'm saying?
I think you trying to play in my face at
You
the
know what
end
I'm
of this
saying? No, you
episode.
playing in my face. You know what I'm saying?
I think you trying to play in my face in here. We are
Yeah,
at
I'll tell you. You know what I'm
Doc Mason,
saying?
don't come in here. Don't be coming in here starting stuff at the end. It's time to go. Mm-hmm. That's on period. Everybody get your wrongness together.
Hey man, yeah, on reshare, you know what I'm saying? This will be posted up on Spotify soon. You know what I'm saying?
Reconciliation.
Share it with your friends, share it with your friends and family. Uh, love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Y'all make it fun in these comments.
But please be reminded. Please be reminded that there is still a thing that is happening in the
Yeah,
month of August. We've been just kind of doing our reset, but we want you to know that on August the 9th, we will be doing the Wellness Work Summit virtual from collision to collaboration. There's so much more that is coming. You can go to the website and you can get registered, right? Register to be in this room. It's going to be workshop style. We got breakout sessions. Dr. Mason will be disrupting y'all virtually. In y'all faces in the best and most disrespectful way he can. Look, our sis Jerisa Lee, wellness partner, is going to be running a workout session for the sisters, and of course, you know Darius J. Kanicha Moselle. We gonna be inside of that space. But we're gonna have some conversations. Look, we're gonna have the panel in there. We got our bro Armani Ladon, another third of the men's podcast that's opted in for it. So y'all go to the website.
men's department.
Bow, bringing it back,
You
right?
know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Right. Shout out to the bros. You want to say anything to the bros?
All right, man. Y'all show up, man. We need y'all in there in the building. We all need each other. You know what I'm saying? And the best way for us to learn how to have collaboration is for us to have an understanding of who we are and what we bring and what we present
Yeah.
and what we can do and offer one another, which each other having powers that can be brought together to make it better. In Jesus' name. So show up August 9th. You know what I'm
Come on.
saying?
In Jesus' name.
$37. Hand it here.
Baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Baby.
Hand it here. Go on, hand it here.
Yeah.
You gonna waste $37
Real
doing
quick.
nothing for real. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick.
Chicken wing. You probably gonna be out there trying to take out somebody that ain't worthy of hanging out with. Probably some little crazy little lady that's gonna try to take advantage and get all your little money from steak dinner on the first day. She
Well,
can't even
y'all could
take
just went
coffee.
and had coffee.
Can't even take
Could have
coffee
went and
with you.
had coffee. We
She a
can't even
foodie.
talk.
She a
You can't.
foodie. So she was like, can't take coffee.
You gotta eat to talk. I
You
know.
gotta
Hey,
eat the talk. You know
if
what
you
I'm
too ain't
saying? That's
talking.
what I'm saying. Men, if she can't have coffee with you, you either ain't fly enough or she crazy. Cause that means she willing to date a serial killer for something to eat.
Are you that hungry?
Are you that hungry that you don't need to know the person? You're just gonna go out with
Yeah.
a total stranger to eat. You don't know if they're gonna sprinkle poison on your food, man. You better go somewhere safe, well lit.
Hey, I just If you that hungry, if she that hungry,
Is she that hungry? She's starving for real. She probably got roaches. I'm being silly now.
on that note, we're gonna have a good night. This can go left very quickly.
Yeah,
You
this
heard
could
the men's
go off the
department.
rails. It was like, here we go. We about to dive into the men's department right now. All right, my bad,
That's right
y'all.
there. He's gonna wear. He gonna wear black and not
I'm gonna wear
bright
black
red.
next time. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Period. All right, y'all. We love y'all. Go
My
get y'all
my
registration.
scholariness
Not
was
get it.
it was falling off. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Bye.